You know, before I started this channel, I never built more than one kit at the same time. Now it's multiple Mustangs, multiple Chargers, multiple Porsches, multiple MiGs. Multiple MiGs, what movie is that from? Put it down in the comments. Hey, welcome back to Frank's Model Works. I'm Frank. One of the Porsches, one of the 5 Porsches. And remember, it was supposed to be 6, but I stepped on one of them. Still hurts. Months ago. Still hurts. I think I dropped, when was that? It was July. I dropped that body. Iris blue. Beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was actually turning out the best out of all of them. And I dropped it, kicked it, stepped on it in the dock. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But anyway, this video is about one that made it across the finish line for the Scale Model Car Podcast Porsche group build. And I understand that the group build ended at the end of September, but this is when I'm able to make content again. So now you're going to see it. I didn't build it for nothing, so I could just sit and collect dust in a shelf. So here it is. It's a Tamiya Porsche Boxster. It is wearing splash paints slate blue with a Tamiya buff. Mixture of buff and deck tan on the interior. Looks like leather. It's really nice looking. I had a good time. I think this one is one of the sharper ones of the 5 that I built. So let's get up there and take a look at it. All right? Hold on. So here we have the Tamiya Boxster. Little small Porsche Roadster. This was a custom piece that came with this kit with that little hoop. I used GaiaNotes gunmetal, which almost has a brownish tinge to it if you take a look. I like the way that looks. I also used that color on the wheels. You see that? I like the way that looks. The only problem with GaiaNotes is that it's difficult to get in the States. You got to basically order it, and it's got to come from Asia. But you know, SprueBrothers.com carries it, but a lot of the colors that I like are frequently out of stock. But for the interior, I used a mix of Tamiya buff with where is it? Tamiya buff with deck tan, and it skews just a little bit yellow, which I like. And I tried to add as many metallic blue accents, if you see little buttons in there, throughout the car. If you notice in the calipers are painted in a metallic blue. And then on the underneath, parts of the suspension were painted that metallic blue. This undercarriage was a prime example of why I'm an idiot, because I spent so much time masking out all of these things. Everything that you see in black, except this was a separate piece, but this stuff I masked out to paint it the semi-gloss black for a car that you're never really going to see upside down. And even if you do, like right now, you're looking at it going, so? I get it. It's just stupid things that I do to keep myself occupied. I tried to pick out some differing shades of metallics to make the undercarriage a little more interesting, add visual interest to something that nobody's ever going to see. It's a nice little kit, though. I enjoyed all of these kits, to be honest with you. You never really go wrong with a Tamiya kit. They build well, and enough detail even for a curbside to keep them interesting as nice little shelf models. So keep them in mind. These little decals. Oh, there we go. Knocking off. I'm telling you right now, I have knocked off every windshield wiper on every one of these Porsches at least 4 times. These little decals for the speakers are cool. They had a nice little detail touch. I put together a little bit of a slideshow with the finished product, so I'm going to put that on now, and then I'm going to sum up back on the tripod. All right? Hold on. And then eventually I have to glue this back on. So there you have it. I like the blue accents, even though they're not really, you know, you gotta look for them, and you probably won't see the ones that are underneath unless I have it up on a mirror. But I like doing stuff like that because I know it's there, you know, and I enjoy doing it. I love that like anodized metallic look that, you know, like from the, it was more like really a big thing in the 80s, early 90s, you know, sentimental value. Not that I ever owned anything that had it. It's just, you know, I remember looking through the magazines and seeing that. This was a fun kit. Didn't give me any problems. It was molded in yellow, which I found, if you go back in the series, when I was painting these, to cover up the yellow, I used pink Tamiya primer. And that got rid, there was no tray. And then over that I put Splash Paints primer, and then I painted the slate blue. So it's something to keep in mind. If you are trying to get rid of orange plastic, yellow plastic, red plastic, prime it in pink, and then prime it as you normally would. If you need to paint a yellow body, it's good to know. A good primer for pink, for yellow paint, pink works very well. Learn that from an airplane modeler, because a lot of planes that are like trainers in the military are painted with yellow in them. So especially during World War II, it's good to know. So your buddy Frank helps you out with some tips. Hopefully you stayed this far in the video. If you didn't, that's on you. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't teach him new tricks. Or something like that. Anyway, as always, I got Frizzo's back. I appreciate your support. And until we speak again, my friends, take care of yourselves and be well.